Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, so we'll wait for a few more minutes traditionally, and then we will start.
Всем добрый день. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
We are too few today. I hope people will join us shortly.
Hi all.
Hi, Pavel. Hi.
I see that I'm first in the agenda. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
that's great because actually I have to leave in half an hour. So this is
no problem. No problem. I will just introduce the agenda and give you the word. Okay, I see that there are quite enough people for today. So welcome everyone into our 33rd weekly DeFi governance call. So we have few interesting topics to discuss today. Some of them you have already seen, and some of them are quite new. So we will start with a staked TON discussion. I think it's pronounced correctly. Then Vladimir said that he unfortunately could not connect, but I will just give you a short update on the self-sovereign identity contest. And also a few updates about TON Bridge and TON Swap. So many of you may have seen that we have run a big maintenance the day before yesterday, and I will just explain what was this and why is it important. And Sergey will also tell about new farming programs. So Pavel, please, the floor is yours. So tell us more about staked.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So yeah, this is quite. It's not hard to do in our case because we have amazing depool contract, and actually Freeton was the first who started that trend, and now this trend we see it in other blockchains where people tokenize staked rights or staked tokens.
Mm-hmm.
In our case, it is true staked tokens because they are decentralized. They do not rely on any relay. So in our case, such tokens can be again true. So yeah, I thought that it is quite easy and quite short contest. Of course, I mean, I got some comments that it probably will require more time and will require more effort, and I agree with that. I think that in order not to spoil this one, let's increase timing less for I don't know 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, I think 1 month is sufficient for
Yeah.
such type of contest.
Yeah. So, and what I think also is quite interesting, which I didn't thought in the first place when I wrote that contest, that it's not about only ordinary stakes, because ordinary stakes you can withdraw anytime, and they are such stakes are kind of fungible, so they are equal. But what is amazing that we have also vesting tokens, and vesting and rights for vesting tokens. They're dependent on term of that vesting. So in that respect, I think such tokens can differ depending on number of cycles they are vested for. So it means that we will have like 100 different types of staked tons, which will represent different vesting times. And this is, I think, very interesting because it reminds me yield curve, such thing from finance industry, which actually, and people do quite interesting strategies on top of that. So when they play with yield curve, they think like that curves change over time. So I think it will be nice, especially taking into account that DEX are coming. So we'll have not only one stake ton, we'll have like many of them. So I will make adjustment to that contest. And if there are no other questions, let's put it on hold.
Yeah, I just had a look through the contest, and yes, I agree that it definitely needs more time than 10 days because first of all, it needs some time to build the architecture of this stuff, because we start from the implementation part. And second, as Pavel said, there is not only ordinary stakes but also vesting stakes, and it also needs some time to think through. But in my opinion, 1 month is sufficient. So unless anyone has some other opinions that can be justified, and if it's so, and Pavel can just make some amendments, so probably we will be able even to launch it on Monday, probably. So it's not that complex as DEXs or bridges. So it's just a set of smart contracts, pretty much a standard TIP3 token, I think, with some additional functionality on top of this. Yeah, and also what I would like to recommend is first to have a look on different types of TIP3 tokens that already exists, and choose the one that you think is most suitable, yeah, for not to invent the wheel, and just build your solution on top of this.
I have one question actually. Let me take a look. Mitja is here.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay, great. Mitja, so we discussed it some time ago, that wrapping. The question is that you need to be sure that you got a transfer from correct DPool contract. So in that respect, I guess there are some changes in virtual machine we had, where you can check the hash of initial contract. So when it will be introduced, because I think this functionality should be important for that particular contest, because without it, it could be problematic to make generic wrapper, because we don't want to have for each DPool different token, because again, if DPools are equal,
you can check the hash code of DPool right now, right? So you don't need this check init hash init hash codes comment is not for that. It's for verifying that the address was calculated correctly initially from the right code. So this is I don't know how, if you have a DPool, it doesn't matter what was the DPool address or what is the DPool address. It's the right question to ask is, what is the hash contract right now, right? So and you can check that. So, and it's not DPool has transfer mechanism, so you can easily create a contract which will take the tokens. So if someone wants, to use this whatever the functionality, of that contract is, like liquidity or whatever. So first of all, this person need to trust this contract, right? So that's a totally other issue. Like so we create some few contracts like that. We formally verify them, whatever. Now everyone trusts them, like they trust the pools. So now everyone can take their stake in the pool, just call a transfer function, transfer it to this contract that they trust. Now this contract, once the tokens are transferred inside the pool, will issue whatever tokens or whatever it wants to issue. It doesn't matter what the functionality of that is, right? There is nothing preventing. We already have examples of that. For example, SMV, C++ SMV contracts, both the Solidity SMV contracts are already using this. There is what was produced already in January, like so they use the pool transfer for that. So you can transfer your pool stake and immediately get TIP3 tokens to vote in SMV contract.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Mitja, I understand. I'm just saying that it should be for all the pools. So
it is for all the pools because all the pools has the same code.
It means that it means that
and if you have a pool code, if you check that it's a real, that this contract is a real pool, meaning hash code is correct, then it doesn't have a set code, so no malicious party can use that to kind of to steal your money or to fake a pool. You cannot fake the pool contract.
Okay, great. So so I will amend. Will add that some ideas about adding also vesting tokens functionality. It will be like not mandatory, but it will be like additional criteria.
Soft criteria, yeah.
Yes,
on top of that. Okay, Mitja, and I also ask you, if possible, can you also have a look on the contest proposal and maybe give some recommendations on the implementation part? So
sure,
that you believe will function well with pool contracts.
Sure, if you can shoot me.
Yeah,
Pavel
will share.
I will editing it right now.
All right. Nice.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Pavel. So I hope that we will finalize this contest terms by Monday and we'll launch it so that to attract more interest, more teams for this, although small but important task. Okay, so we move to the second point on our agenda. It is the self-sovereign identity architecture and design. So we had two good presentations by Vladimir on the previous DeFi call and this week main governance call. And now it's pretty clear why it is important to develop such kind of solution. But as it is not an easy one, definitely. So first we, as usual, run through the design architecture stage. And we discussed with Vladimir this morning that this contest will be held, I think, in a couple of weeks. So to give a warm-up period and distribute the news about such contests across teams. So the contest proposal is almost ready, and Vladimir probably already managed to share it or will share it today. And hopefully we will launch it on Monday as well. If you feel capable to participate, so please, so everyone's welcome. And if you know some teams that's proficient in SSI, so please invite them as well, because we need more strong developers in Freeton, so it will be useful for all of us. Okay, and now we move to the recent updates to the TON bridge and TON swap. So some of you have heard about what Mitja said on this weekly call, that there were some contracts that managed to stall the network, and to some extent. And we also analyzed the situation and also grounded on the security audit that we had on the bridge. It's almost finished, and we are working closely with audit teams.
It has already been fixed, by the way.
Yeah. It's already been fixed, but still, we also had another look on our contracts and understood that.
But the patch is not on the mainnet yet.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't
Remember.
try to run it at home.
I remember. That's all. Absolutely. And so we strongly improved the security of both solutions and redeployed the both bridge and uniswap.io. So now it's even more secure and reliable than before, although it's already have been like this, but there were some very narrow and specific situations where an attacker could stall the bridge, not just take the money, but really intervene and stall it. So now it's no more possible. And guys from Roxas team are working now hard to implement DAO in both projects, and I hope that it will come within a month, probably. I will be brave to say this. It's not an easy task at all, but we are working hard on this. And we also added one more important thing. I will show it to you now. That you will like, probably, especially if you tried already to participate in the previous farming program that we pilot farming program that we launched a few weeks ago. So actually we added the farming constructor at uniswap.io, so that lets you to create the farming pool, specifying the token route that needs to be deposited and the token that is paid as a reward to you, and you can just input the amount of the rewards that will be distributed and then put it on this deployed contract. So it's that easy. And once you have this specific token, you can see the list of farming pools. So and just deposit it here. It works altogether with Ton Crystal extension, so that currently serves as a Ton client for the DApp. And if you try, for example, to like I did here, I already put some LP tokens from the pool here. So if I try to claim, it will just initiate the transaction to withdraw, and pretty the same to deposit. So and to claim your reward. So it's now significantly easier to participate in farming. And I will give now a word to Sergey Shashev, who will announce the next farming programs that will be run starting from today. Sorry, Alina has a question.
Yeah, I have maybe a weird question. Why the project has the same name as the project which is already exists?
In fact, uniswap appeared long before uniswap.io, and we had our OTC solutions built there, and now we host our DEX here. And yeah, so we took this name a bit earlier. Sorry.
Okay, let's show. I need to permission for show my screen.
Yeah, sure. Just a second. Alina, I propose to discuss this in person. Yeah, Sergey, please.
One moment. Yeah, I'll show my screen. I created first pool here. It's like seems from my side. We will put 50,000 tons to 4 different pools. One pool will be with USDT. Second pool with USDC. I created this pool. Third pool will be with Ethereum, and the last pool will be with Rapid BTC. And we will put 50K tokens for all its pool. And of course, we will continue our Uniswap program. And to Uniswap program, we will put 200K tokens, like in previous experiment. Farming program will work during 2 weeks. We got new players, some liquidity providers who will create lots of experiments with us. And the next stage after these experiments, we will analyze and we will create some content with analytics and difference farming between Uniswap and between DEX in stTON. And of course, costs in TONSwap will be less than in Uniswap. And after it, I think we will start industrial farming program in different DEXs who will be ready for it and who will set different liquidity. And we will start partnerships with big farming project like same strategy used by Polygon, Matic. And we started to work with different protocols like Aave, 1inch, Frax, and etc. And Matic bring some percent of all network to these big players. And for it, Matic got more than 6 billion liquidity and 1,000 different users. And we will set up same strategy. I think we will start from Frax. It's one of the most algorithmic stablecoin in market. And after it, we will attract protocol by protocol to stTON network.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Sergey. And yeah, as you can see from the screen, so the first farming program starts from 6 p.m. today. So all you need to do is have your LP tokens ready and placed on your Crystal wallet extension. So we are also writing currently manuals for if you want to use, for example, Tonos CLI or some other clients to stake in the farming pool. But at least on the interface level, so I think it's quite easy to understand how to use it. So if you have any issues with it, so don't hesitate to come to Brox's chat and ask. So we're always there to help you. So, and some manuals hopefully are coming later today or maybe earlier tomorrow. And second important point is that currently, we do not upgrade the Uniswap pool to the version 3 because it's NFT tokens that they are currently using. They are not yet compatible with the bridge, or the bridge is not yet compatible with them. So we are still analyzing how to support this version 3 of Uniswap. And until then, you can still use your version 2 liquidity provider tokens to participate in the farming program. So if you have them already on the TON network, so just use interface to stake them, and if you have transferred them back and want to get them to the TON network, so use TON bridge. But important thing is that TON bridge website not yet works with extension, so hopefully we will improve this by end of the week. But for this time, if you want to transfer anything from Ethereum to TON, still use the desktop clients, please. So hopefully we will get rid of this and support the extension in all our products, but it takes some time.
Yeah, and also about liquidity. From DeFi Alliance members and different our partners, we will put near $1 million to 4 liquidity pools index.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Sergey.
Let's rock.
Yes, let's rock. Let's rock. That's pretty it for today's agenda. So if you have some other topics to discuss, so please raise a hand and say something. Yes, Pavel, please.
Yes, we have one more topic to discuss. There is.
Pavel, we don't hear you. Mute.
Oh, sorry, I was on mute. So yeah, I have one more topic to discuss. As you know, we had the first stage of Dune stTON bridge finished with specification. Mm-hmm. Actually, there was a winning submission, and now we have, since it longed quite for a time, we have to start the second phase of that. Fabrice created that contest for breach itself. Since I remember, there was a comment that DeFi sub-governance didn't have budget for that, so we plan to vote for it on global governance. But since there are no experience in global governance juries for that, so it is written that that contest should use DeFi jury.
Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I was a bit overwhelmed to help Fabrice in launching this contest. So thanks to him, so he managed to do this himself. So yeah, please go and check. It's published both on forum and in the governance interface. And if you plan to participate as well, so just all the details are there. Okay, any other topics, guys, please? Seems no.
Yeah, it's maybe not about topics, it's about general situation. Yesterday, we had a very interesting market because it's flash sales.
Elon Musk tweeted.
No, it was Elon Musk tweeted. It's more about PR. So about market yesterday. In real situation yesterday, Ethereum didn't work, totally didn't work. Transaction in network was near to $1,000, and it was some minutes. And during this situation, a lot of funds got liquidation position, and they had no any possibility to add liquidity in this moment. Because all the access, all exchanges didn't work at the real high load during flash selling from different people. Binance didn't work too a lot of time. CMC and CoinGecko didn't work sometimes too, and a lot of funds, a lot of very aggressive traders who got a big risk for big profitability yesterday lost all. And and one of the reason why in real situation they had no any possibility to add liquidity. It was blood, totally blood.
Night of bloody rivers.
Throughput makes sense. So you should have spare throughput for such events.
Yeah. They said layer 2, I heard, right? Why didn't they go layer 2?
Bridges.
What's wrong with layer 2s? Guys, where are the fucking layer 2s?
It was Matic. In Matic, all protocols work good because we had personal position in Matic, and they had no any problems. But not a lot of protocol used it now, and it's our chance because all fans discovered how it works in reality of a big transaction about Ethereum network. And so I think that after this situation, a lot of protocols and investor will start work with layer 2, different protocols like Matic, and I hope that we will get part of this pie. Because decentralized internet and browser, etc., it's very good, but it will set a lot of time to bring it to people.
Yes, it never happened, but happened again. Okay. Okay, guys. So if there are no more other topics to discuss, so thank you everyone for attending today's call, and see you in a week. And don't forget that you have the farming opportunity. So waiting for you at uniswap.io. See you. Bye-bye.
You.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.